Yo, good evening, good evening, good evening. Wow, it has been a very interesting week. No? First of all, let's just go ahead and shout out to Alex Baldwin for getting his case dropped, dismissed because of the Brady issues within that case. Shout out to that. Is it a plus for Young Thug? I can do an energy reading on it. I don't know. But we will find out because the case will go on. In a case you don't know, Judge Glanville has been recused by pardon self, by Judge Krause, Rachel Krause, has recused Chief Judge Ural Glanville of the YSL RICO case, not just of those proceedings on the ex parte, but he has been recused from the entire case. Okay, so we're going to do an energy reading on that. I did an energy reading a couple, maybe a week ago, about 30 days later since the recusal on July 10th. And I stated then that Judge will be recused, and then Judge Krause will also be at least recused of this case because she wasn't appointed this case. She was only appointed for the motion to recuse Judge Glanville. That's already in effect. Thank you, Judge Glanville, for all your time and your help. We want to give you and a round of applause. It's not easy being a chief judge, I'm sure, in Fulton County, especially working with the state's prosecution team under Fonnie Willis. We won't get into all of that today. But what I will say is congratulations to you. I do applaud you for the effort, the work you put in. Now, had things been different, we don't know. You could have gone down in history, which you probably still are going to go down in history about what happened here today. We have a new judge, a new appointed judge. She's very beautiful, I might add. It's going to be tough. But we're going to have one last comfort break. Before we get started, we're going to do an energy reading for the new judge coming in from the Superior Court. She's been there since 2018. Yes, it's a she. Yes, her name is Judge Shakura L. Ingram. Shakura L. Ingram, judge over the YSL RICO case as of right now. Okay, Judge Glanville, maybe you can retire a little bit early. I'm not sure what your plans are as of yet, but you did your thing. You weren't a bad judge at all. It's just that your bias, it showed. It showed a lot. So if you felt that there was a reason where you couldn't be impartial, then that's the reason for recusal. And as Judge Krause stated in her documents, her affidavits of facts, that you yourself agreed that there was motion for recusal, but you yourself denied it. So we're going to do a new energy. We're going to do an energy reading for the new judge coming in. We want to welcome Judge Ingram, Judge Shakura Ingram, to the case, and we're going to do this energy reading right now to see how day 101 of the RICO case will go from this point forward. Not sure what the energy cards are going to read, but it has been an interesting week. Judge Glanville's been recused. Alex Baldwin, case dismissed. Donald Trump, attempted assassination. I got to tell you, this has been a hell of a week. It's a lot to deal with, a lot going on. And not only that, Kenneth Copeland, aka Woody, deleted his YouTube channel. Now I hope it's only because of the case and he was pressured. I was under the impression, or I heard rumors of such, that he was pressed to delete his YouTube channel. Now, hopefully he brings it back when this is all over, because we would love to hear more of Woody. Shout out to Woody, little Woody. Here we are. I'm in the A. It's a great day today. It's a little cloudy. It was thundering and storming a little earlier, but shout out to that. But we get ready to get into this energy reading for the YSL case. Let's see what's going forward. Before anything gets started, I'm going to give you your first reading here today. Shout out to you, Judge Ingram. Welcome to the case. Okay, so before we move on, countdown. Shout out to my niece. She's in the building. What up? What up? Shout out to my niece in the building. Shout out to you and yours. Hey, Natasha, everybody's here. This is an energy reading for the YSL case. So I'm not doing live energy readings today. I'm sorry. Next time, I promise you guys. But today, this is just about the YSL case and the new judge coming in. So first of all, what we have here is the Six of Cups in the reverse. So what I get from the Six of Cups in reverse, it's a lot of emotional energy that was spilled. A lot of things came out. A lot of emotions during the whole first half of this trial under Judge Glanville. So will we would see any more of this emotional energy coming out of this new phase 2 of the case? Absolutely not. There is love here, or there is some kind of affection here for somebody or someone from a distance. So we can love Judge Glanville from a distance, but this is your last comfort break and we want to shout you out. Here we also have, again, two different decks. The Six of Cups again in the reverse. You can't make this up, guys. Six of Cups in the reverse twice. There's going to be a lot of giving back. A lot of people are very upset, very emotional. It could have brought Judge Glanville to some tears, I'm sure. Not being able to sleep at night, Nine of Swords in the reverse. Not being able to get rest, too much on my mind. Can't believe this is happening. This is not a way to end a wonderful career. Judge Glanville had a great career. Still does, but this is just like a speed bump in his career. He could have went out with a bang. This is one of the most talked about cases of our time, and the longest running and most expensive case here in Fulton County, or in Georgia alone, the whole state. Two of Wands. So there was a split decision. Judge Krause may have been split in her decision and how she had to make a choice. Yes, they're friends. Yes, but she still had to do what's right. So there's no love lost between Judge Krause and Judge Glanville, because what was done was necessary, and we all knew that it was the best way to go on this case. So moving forward with our newly appointed judge, here we have the Star card. So this kind of represents our new judge, Judge Shakura Ingram. It's the Star card. This is a big case. As we know, there was an ex parte meeting in the Star chamber So the star card is coming up, and it's as above, so below, as within, so without. So it has to be fair and balanced. What you do with one side, you do to the other. I believe Judge Shakura Ingram will be very balanced, harmonized, harmony. She's going to come and bring harmony to this case and bring back the balance, I believe. But there is still some hurtful feelings, some lies, some cheating, some stealing or thievery that has to be cleared up. She's here to heal this case from all of the pain that it has caused Brian Steele, the pain it has caused Attorney Bumpus, Jeffrey Williams, everyone who's involved in this case, even Kenneth Copeland, whose rights were violated, constitutional rights were violated over and over again. Now, is it because he was already incarcerated for the contempt? So there was a fine line, okay? But still, in my opinion, it could have gone a whole different way. All they had to do was allow the defense to come in. But the defense was left out of the party. Eight of cups here on top of the Six of Swords. So the best thing to do is leave all the emotional energy in the past. The case is not won by emotions, it's won by what you can prove to the jury, what we can prove. And so far, thus far, it hasn't been much from the prosecution team in the defense. It's still sort of just the beginning. So the good thing about Judge Shakura coming in, yes, the case has been going on for a whole year, but what did we learn in a year? Who has been proven guilty by reasonable doubt thus far? In my opinion, nobody, right? So we're going to move on with the case with Judge Ingram, not dealing in emotions, not dealing with anything that came out of the past. From this point forward, it's now Judge Ingram's case. Okay? Yes, she has to go back and do her homework and go back and study what has been done so far. So it may take about a week or so. We're not sure when the case will start again. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. But this energy reading is from day 100, judge who's going to be presiding over the case, and how the energy of the case will be. So I do feel like when the sun is not up and the sun sets and the moon sets, because it's a new moon, then the star is the most important card. It's 5-pointed. It's 5 represents power. So someone is hurt because they feel like their power was severed with Judge Glanville. But emotionally speaking only, right? It wasn't your case as the lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney and AV to the 7th power. But the lead attorney had stated it's not your case. It's nobody's case, okay? Judges can be moved in and moved out at will because they're fair, they're supposed to be unbiased, and it's nobody's case. Now, will they recuse the prosecution? Will they keep the prosecution team intact? We will try to find out. So, like I said, it's a lot of energy being spent. I'm sure the newly appointed judge is doing her homework. She's making sure that she's ready to start the case with the new jury. I wonder what the jury is going to say when they find out that there's a new judge. Now, they've been gone for 2 weeks from the case, so I'm not sure if they was watching TV, watching people on the internet, such as Cuff Boys, AV, and the lead attorney. We have infamous Sylvia, Seti Nash, Honorable Caleb Bumpus. You got Nick. You have so many people talking about the case. Onan TV. A lot of people are discussing these cases, this particular case, and shout out to all of you. But there's a lot of homework to be done for the newly appointed judge. And here with the King of Wands, there is some disappointments. Maybe she also knows Judge Glanville, and yes, Glanville is upset, I'm sure. And he's probably writing her as we speak. Possibly there's some homework that they need to share between one another. Okay. So they may have a few conversations in the near future between each other. The Three of Wands in the reverse is some impatience. Okay. Take your time. This case is about patience, but there's some impatience happening. Someone wants to move forward real quick, real fast, probably the state, or maybe the newly appointed judge can't wait to get started. But take your time. Okay. Here with the Six of Wands in the upright position, this states victory, celebrations. People will celebrate you. Celebrate this case. This is a case that will be talked about for many years to come. And it also will set precedents for those who come behind other RICO trials. You got to remember, there are 12 other defendants in this case that hasn't been tried yet. Everybody's watching this. Everybody's watching you, Honorable Judge Ingram. We also have the Queen of Wands. This is the judge, Queen of Wands, able to do whatever they want, the Queen of Action, making things happen. So I feel that she's going to be ready for this case. Although there are some things in the past that needs to be cleaned up, because this is a whole new case, is what I'm seeing here. This is not going to be anything like phase one of the case. There's the balance card. The only way to be more patient with yourself, more patient with the case, more patient with everything, is to have balance. This is the balance card in the reverse. So there is some imbalance here. What is the imbalance? We shall find out. Why are things not even? Because the Six of Swords, the deck is definitely stacked. The state may feel like things are not balanced now because they don't have Judge Glanville. This is like a fresh start. Whatever was going on between, let's just say allegedly, the bias or the connection or the cohorts, if you will, as Brian Steele, attorney Brian Steele for Jeffrey Williams has stated, somebody feels like somebody poked a hole in their balloon, and now the balloon is slowly dying out. So this case might be over faster than we think, but take our time with it, though. Even though it's going to move pretty quick, there's a lot of holes that have been poked in the case, and the state's going to have to plug those up one by one. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is about communication. Communication is very key. Once a judge gives her word, I'm going to tell you, her word is her word. This is not a judge that's going to go back and forth on her rulings. Okay? This is what gives her the strength and the power and why she will be celebrated. You have now the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords together with the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords plus one sword in the reverse, that's seven swords and a cup. So she may get some backlash um, because she took the case, because she's ruling over the case. Um, it was appointed to her. It's not like she had anything to do with it. She will be celebrated. She's going to get the accolades or the respect or the love that Judge Glanville once had. But now Judge Glanville possibly is a little upset, a little depressed because he feels like there's no love for him or no, there's love lost. Okay? His energy is been deflated. He's feeling real down and feels sad. Now I have to say, we should congratulate Judge Glanville. I'm sure he did the best he could do with what he had. He just got caught up by some people who were not to be trusted. The World card in the reverse. So it's not over till it's over. Somehow Judge Glanville still has 1 foot in, 1 foot out of this situation. And it's not over till it's over. The World card is about endings. It's about completing things. And it's about what goes around comes around. Again, the Six of Cups, we had the Six of Cups early on in the reading, twice in the reverse. Now we have the Six of Cups again in the upright position. 3 different decks, the same card. So this is love from a distance. This is being able to still work at a distance. I think they may work out and help each other with this case. I don't think he's totally off the case, but he will be consulting in some sort of capacity. So what do we expect out of this newly appointed judge? 8 of Swords in the reverse. Check out her past. So I've been studying, looking up some of her past cases that she has on her YouTube page. Shout out to the YouTube page. Everybody, please go to Judge Ingram's YouTube page, Judge Shakura L. Ingram's YouTube page, and please like, share, subscribe, and leave her a comment, if you will. But there is some possible little bit of bad blood that may come between the two judges because she's not exactly believes that what happened so far is the absolute truth, what the state has. Now it's up to the jury to decide, but what would she let in as evidence? It's hard to tell because it's like if it doesn't stick, if it doesn't come across as facts, then it will be thrown out. She's going to be very tough on evidence and what comes into the case. So Judge Glanville's energy, there's some movement happening with the case. This is about change. It's about movement. So a lot of those denials may be reversed. I'm not sure if she could reverse anything that Judge Glanville has done so far, or is she just going to continue to move forward? Hold on 1 second. Let me get rid of the phone call. So there is change movement, or somebody might change their mind. This is about changing the information, changing things. That's the whole big deal. There may be some fighting or argument or competition, heavy competition between a group of people. You can either work together or you can compete. But this is like somebody coming together, but do you see the one person that they're not just part of the game? They're not part of the team. It's not, somebody's not being a team player. I'm not sure if the defense or the state, but one of the defense lawyers or one of the state attorneys may go rogue or may change their mind about something that's going to be very important. The Empress card is in the reverse. Maybe it's possible that one of the state's members or possibly the defense team will be severed or separated. Now, I remember one of the defense lawyers wanted to sever or separate his case from everyone else's cases. I kind of see that happening. Okay. It's possible that one of the defendants may be able to sever their case from the whole entire RICO. What else do we have here before we get up out of here? The Seven of Wands in the reverse. No protection under the law. No. Somebody has their walls blocked. They're using, putting up boundaries between themselves and others. Possibly some sort of the Lover's card here. It's about the heart. Lover's card represents the heart chakra. So somebody has a change. Somebody's gonna have a change of okay. The Empress card in the reverse. On top of that, the Nine of Pentacles. All the hard work that was done may be erased or taken away. All the power, all the work, all the hard work, Judge Glanville may feel from the heart that it was all for nothing. The Seven of Swords, there was some mistrust. I thought I can trust you, but I can't trust you. There was some lying. Somebody was not to be trusted here. This relationship between the state and Judge Glanville. Maybe you should have thought about it. You know, we got to think about things first. So I feel like this new appointed judge is a thinker, an intellectual. She has a doctor's degree in law, for crying out loud. But this is a thinker, a communicator, a messenger. And she doesn't mind receiving the messages as well. There is some heavy competition between the state, the defense, and the cases. There's a lot of money that was spent. So somebody's going to answer for that. The state wants to know, what about all the money spent? What about all the hard work? We have to win this case by any means. But with the Page of Swords here, someone was being immature or moved too fast or just didn't think hard enough. But I do feel like one of the defense teams is going to leave or be severed. I feel that there's something with the defense that we're going to be losing one defendant, possibly severing their case. Here with the High Priestess card in the upright position, this is about wisdom, being wise. What is being wise? Wisdom is knowledge applied. So if you know something, then do that thing that you know. Knowledge is power. And applying that power, applying that knowledge to the things that you know, that's what we call wisdom. So had this new judge is coming with knowledge, experience. She's a fighter. This is going to be a good competition. This is going to be a very spiritual case, is what this is saying. Eight of Wands in reverse. It's a lot to be carried, a lot taken in. But this is in the reverse, so things are just quite not yet ready. Maybe it's a lot to handle for this newly appointed judge. We'll find out. But it is a heavy case. Can she bear the case all on her own? Can she handle it? It's a very tiring case. This is the change that's happened. Here goes slime. Now, I didn't make this card, but it's like the snake, the green snake, and coming out of it is triumphant. The angel coming out of the snake. So you have the lower self and the higher self. Somebody's uplifted, upgraded. It's a better energy, an easier feeling. Or this might be, and I don't want to predict the end of the case, but it does look like some vindication. It does look like a good chance for the defense. Six of Pentacles here in the reverse. So again, it's about sharing the wealth, sharing that energy, sharing our knowledge, sharing our information, sharing our resources. And then once we're able to come together, sharing, giving, sacrificing finances for what? Our freedom. I believe the defendants will walk. This is Young Thug going up higher. This is the judge going up to the higher courts. This case may go still yet to the Supreme Court. So I'm not going to be here long, but I'm going to be here strong. What I will say at the end of the day, for our newly appointed judge and the YSL case after day 101, is there's going to be a lot of mistrust issues, a lot of things that the judge will go through, and she's going to have to think about what to keep in, what to throw out. But there will be a fight, and she's going to fight for justice, fight for freedom. She's going to uphold her constitutional oath of office. Very educated, a thinker, who needs to learn how to take her time a little bit more, according to the cards. But she's been thinking about this, and she don't overthink. Because you have the Four of Swords twice, and in between the Four of Swords twice is the Five of Swords. So you don't want to be fighting yourself by overthinking things. You know what's right. You know what to do. You've done this before. This is your world. This is your profession. So I believe starting day 101 to the end of the case, this should be our judge to the end. I see fairness, a very intellectual energy, competitive, but can we trust her? We shall find out. Welcome, 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 Judge Shakura Ingram, to the YSL RICO case. It's King Cooley, nothing but love, and I'm out.